everybody. Welcome back to the Power of Power podcast. Doing another one here. And we have, as you can see by his greeting, special guest Mark from the Toys of Time Gone By show. Hey, Mark, how are you?
Very good tonight, Joe. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for having me on the show.
Well, thank you for being on. Now, this is Mark's suggested show for tonight, which I thought, oh, all right, because we were kind of talking about the new Batman movie, which I have been neglectful of. I have seen it, but have not done a show on it yet, nor a live stream on it or anything.
Yeah.
So Mark found a list for us to talk about our favorite Batman movies. We'll discuss all that, but this is from, what is this called?
Polygon.
There it is. There it is.
Polygon.
Okay, so here we are, and I've fouled that up and have shown everybody what number one is. But that's all right. I was surprised by that being number one, honestly. But
Yeah.
Polygon ranks the Batman movies. I don't know. I guess every publication does this stuff now. When we were coming up, when the Batman movie came out in 1989, the first one, then, what was that? The Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, I remember that.
Reported on Michael Keaton being cast as Batman. And that was like unheard of at the time. Wow. Right. So now that the internet and anybody can have a publication, and I don't know what Polygon is, I guess. To say all that, I don't know what Polygon is. I don't actively read Polygon. Do you?
No, I just stumbled upon it. I never heard of it before. Do you remember that article years ago with Bush Sr., and it said it's pretty much it was a joke against like George Bush and the Batman. So when the Batman came out, it said George Bush's bat all cry. Do you remember that?
No. What was that? I don't remember that at all.
It basically said bat still cry because Batman, the Keaton movie, when it first came out, and they had it was like a mishmash of words, and it was doing so well in the box office, they actually added it to what to the political. It was funny. It was a funny article.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. I just wow.
It was back in '89. 89 when Batman came out.
I remember a lot of stuff about that, but I don't remember that. I just remember the hype surrounding that movie.
Oh yeah,
Batman was everywhere. Everywhere.
And that emblem. Remember the emblem?
It was so great. You wanted the T-shirt, Batman cereal. Do you remember that? That came with a Bat Bank. That came with a nice bust.
I couldn't wait to see that movie.
Batman. The Taco Bell had the collector cups.
Yeah, that's when the
which I still have those, and you know what? When we if we ever just decide to do a live stream, which we should, just to talk about the Michael Keaton Batman movie, the first one.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
I will bring the cups out so we can see those.
You have the glass cups, right?
Well, they were the plastic cups.
Oh, okay. I remember
from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Taco Bell. They were fantastic. I remember I was a paper boy when they still had those, paper route. Mm-hmm. I would save my money and I would go to Taco Bell every week to try and get the new cup.
Cool. That was cool. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
Those cups are probably worth some money right now and you'll see them on eBay somewhere.
Well, I don't think there's any amount of money that anybody can give me that I would ever sell those cups. They're great. They're great cups. I got I don't think I have all of the. I don't think I have all the McDonald's cups from Batman Returns.
I got a McDonald's cup, a glass McDonald's cup. I get 2 of them.
So those were plastic also, but I think you're right. I think they also, because I remember a lot of the glass cups they had. But did Batman Returns have glass cups too? It did, didn't it?
It should have. I don't remember 100%, but I know that I have two glass cups. Of one of Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, those were nice.
And the other one I have is a actual McDonald's cup from the 70s, glass.
Yeah, I seem to recall some kind of a mug type cup, but I'll have to look those up.
But they all look the same, the glass ones. They all have that
those
same
do,
look.
yeah. So
don't give you that anymore.
I mean, that was the hype for that Batman movie in the summer of '89, and the run up to that was everywhere. You cannot escape Batman.
I couldn't wait.
You could not. I mean, I went to see that thing 3 times when it came out.
I went to the theater and I walked by the theater in Newport Center Mall in Jersey City, and it was a big, huge, poster of it in the glass, And I was like, "Oh my God, Batman's coming out!"
Yes,
I was like, I was totally excited.
Oh, then the action figures.
Oh, they were great.
That Toy Biz did.
Awesome. And I used to have them.
Fantastic. I still have some of those. So I was a paper boy. So, I bought 2 of each. I bought 2 Batman, one that I could take out and one that I could keep inside the package. And then, 2 Jokers, 2. I think I bought 2 of the main ones. I don't think I bought 2 of every single one, like Bob the Goon. I don't know. I'd have to go dig through them again. But you know what? If we do, when we do a live stream on the '89 Batman, I'll take those out, and we can take a look at those. And again, I don't think there's any amount of money anybody has that would get me to sell those things.
I know what you mean. But people do,
I know people would. People would sell those, and people would buy them. But for
they
me,
would sell their underwear online.
They would. I didn't. I didn't buy those to have to sell someday. I don't really know why I bought those like that at the time to keep in there. I guess I always just wanted to have it. But I wanted to have one to play with and destroy because I knew we were rough. Young boys playing with action figures, you get pretty rough with those, like we discussed on one of your shows about the He-Man action figures. You could throw them around. Like, oh my gosh, we threw the Batman action figures around. I mean, Superman came with it. All of them came. They had a Superman. They had a Wonder Woman. There was a Flash. There was, and then of course the Batman was the Batman '89 suit. Robin came, even though he wasn't in the movie. The Joker, the Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Lex Luthor. It was a nice. I really like that line of DC action figures. And then soon after that, Toy Biz did the Marvel characters, which I got some of those also.
They were good.
Yeah, that was really a good time. So let's look into this article and see what we think about this. You ready?
Yep. Yay or nay?
All right. I didn't read this whole article in detail. I just kind of skimmed it. I skimmed it to see what was where. And there are some movies I don't think belong on here. So, you can. So there's a nice art there. All right. Polygon ranks the Batman movies. We like them all, but some choices have to be made. All right. Then you've got all of this stuff, which I'm going to skip. And no, shouldn't be on there at all, this movie. Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice is number 13?
Huh?
You know what this is. This people keep saying, I want Man of Steel 2. I want Man of Steel 2. Sorry, everybody. Man of Steel 2 is called Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. That's Man of Steel 2.
Yep.
You want like Man of Steel 4, because really, Justice League is Man of Steel 3. So
That's true.
But anyway, you want a movie that's just called Man of Steel 2 with just Superman. Okay, I get that.
Basically about Superman, #1, Superman and Batman, you know?
Yeah, so I don't consider this in there. I mean, this one to me is like we did a pretty good long couple of shows on this when it came out. And then on the director's cut, I did a show on the director's cut also, the Ultimate Edition, I think is called, which is the better edition, which should have been the one they released anyway. I'm not saying it shouldn't be on here because it's a bad movie. I actually kind of liked it.
I do too.
I'm in the minority on that, apparently.
I like it.
But
I like the movie.
If you haven't seen the Ultimate Cut, Mark, you should check out the Ultimate Cut of this movie, because
I haven't seen the Ultimate Cut.
They take out story elements. It's like, why would you take that out? It's an exercise in what not to cut out. But this isn't. I just want a list that is just straight up live action Batman movies. It's just
absolutely.
Batman. So this one, if you want it on there, okay, that's up to you. But I'm not putting it on there. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, another thing, it just doesn't. It should be just straight up Batman's on here. If you're saying Batman movie, if you're saying DC movies, okay, that's a different story. But if you're saying Batman movies, it should be all Batman movies.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the next. Here we go. What's next? Oh, Batman and Robin.
Okay. Huh. Okay.
Well, is that where it should be? Pretty
I
low
don't know
on the
if that's
list?
where it should be.
Really?
I think it was I liked the movie. I liked those movies.
You did?
I did. They were little, they were a little campy and stuff, you know what I mean? Like little, in a way, silly a little bit. I like that.
Yeah.
I like the 66 Batman.
Well, we're not there yet, but I get what you're saying. But you bring up a point here. This Batman and Robin, to me, always felt like it is a adaptation of the 66 show.
Yeah.
It feels like it doesn't really belong with the series it's a part of, those movies, if that makes any sense. It just feels like it's kind of, let's make a movie, an adaptation of the Adam West show.
I didn't particularly care for George Clooney. I would have to say that.
Yeah, what's odd about that is when I heard George Clooney was cast, I was like, okay. But then I watched From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? If George Clooney does that, what he did in From Dusk Till Dawn, he'll make a good Batman. I mean, he could be a pretty good Bruce Wayne. He'll make a good Batman if he does that. But he didn't do any of that.
Nope.
And, and he said in some interviews he really wasn't sure what he should be doing. Is he playing Val Kilmer's Batman? Is he, you know what I mean? Is he Michael Keaton's Batman? What is he? Is he his own Batman? He wasn't really sure what he should be doing. But yeah, let's look at a little bit about what they say about it. George Clooney's Batman movie, and there you go. There's a lot of setup in there. Okay, they don't really say much about it. It's kind of like Screen Rant in that way. There's not a lot of analysis about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go. Okay, Batman Forever, right there. What do you think? Is that where it should be on the list? Should it be low on the list?
I think it should be a little bit higher. I kind of like it.
Really?
I like Batman Forever. And then again, I really like these Batman movies. They're not the best Batman movies, but it depends on your opinion, of it. If you like it or not,
Now this one, I remember being disappointed that Tim Burton wasn't going to make another one. And then, of course, the hubbub at the time was McDonald's was mad at Batman Returns, and they're mad how dark it was and how violent it was. So they wanted it lightened up so they could sell Happy Meals.
Yeah.
We were kind of talking about that earlier. Did we talk about the toys that came in the Happy Meals? with Batman Returns? Because Batman, it was Taco Bell, and then Batman Returns went to McDonald's.
Yeah, no, we didn't. I don't think we talked about the Happy Meal toys. No,
I still have a couple of the Happy Meal toys.
I don't have any of them. I don't have any of them.
Oh yeah,
Happy
I'll have
Meal
to dig
toys.
around. I might still have. I'm pretty sure that I do. I'll dig around, and then when we
You know
do
what
a
I
separate
had?
show just on the '89 show, I'll bring those out if I can find those.
You know what I had?
What you got?
I had the Batman. What do you call that? The Wayne Manor playset.
You did? No
Yeah, I
way.
had the Wayne Manor playset. And the funny thing about the Wayne Manor playset was that they changed the color for pretty much every movie, and all they did was change the color, and it was the same mold. That's all they did was change the color and said, "Okay, this is the Batman Returns one. This is the Batman Forever one. This is the Batman." That's all they did is change the colors. Yeah. That's it.
Well, that's economical.
Yeah. And they
all
sold
right.
it.
Let's take a
They
look
sold
here.
it.
What are they saying anything? Yeah, they say it feels like a transitional movie between the German expressionist approach of Tim Burton and then yeah, I kind of felt that way about it. I kind of felt like it was veering off to where I didn't want it to go, but it still kind of had those elements in it that I liked. I mean, I thought Val Kilmer was all right.
Yeah, no, he was
an
okay. He was better
Batman.
than Clooney.
Yeah, he was better than George Clooney. I mean, overall, I thought it was pretty good. I thought Jim Carrey was really good. I didn't understand why they made the Riddler's face pink. Not the face. I'm sorry, but the Riddler's hair pink, and then Two-Face's face was pink. I'm sorry, I mixed that up. But yeah, so I listened to some of the commentary of Batman Forever, and they just thought that Jim Carrey would look cool with pink hair. Okay, I mean, he don't look bad with pink hair as a Riddler. He's looked fine, I guess. I don't really get why Two-Face is pink. His face looks purple, pinkish, whatever that color is.
Riddle me this.
I mean, I thought Tommy Lee Jones did a pretty good job, but he was kind of, I don't know, I thought he was a little too out there, a little too uncontrolled.
I think they were probably because
that makes any sense.
They want to make it outlandish. That's what
yeah. But I mean, yeah. So I mean, that movie is what it is. It's an entertaining movie. It's not, you ready to move on?
Yeah.
What is that?
Huh?
Really, Zack Snyder's Justice League?
That's what I'm saying.
No.
That doesn't belong on there.
I wouldn't put that there. That's a big ensemble movie. That's got everybody in it. It's a 4-hour movie. You can check it out on HBO Max. You can get it on Blu-ray now.
I just don't think it belongs on this list.
I don't think so either. It's far superior to the theatrical cut. The travesty that Joss Whedon did.
Yeah, this is definitely a better movie.
I mean, that confused me so much. Jesse and I did a whole podcast on why would Joss Whedon do something like that. It just seemed really. But anyway, you can go check that out in the link there. We got a link to our podcast page. But this shouldn't even be on here because it's not a Batman movie. It's something else. So
they should have. I mean, like on this list, they should have put the Batman cereal. I mean, why wouldn't you put the Batman cereal on there?
Yeah. So here they go. We're going with this version. Okay. So they're not really saying why it's on the list. If it's not really, I mean, I guess they feel like if Batman's in it, then that's automatically a Batman movie. No. Oh, what's this?
Are you kidding me?
I like this movie. The Lego Batman movie. It's great. Doesn't belong on this list. It's an animated movie. It's whimsical. It's farcical. It's Batman in its own way, but it's not.
Don't belong on the list.
Shouldn't be on the list.
No. I agree with that.
Okay, let's go. Live action Batman movies. Love to ask if. Okay. Okay. Oh, there we are. There's a Batman movie with Batman.
Yep.
do you think? Is that too
Well,
low on the list? Is that too high on the list? I kind of think it's just
it's
right
about
on the list for me. I think it's just right in the middle.
yeah. I think it belongs there.
You think so?
You know what? I think it belongs there, but I feel like the Bane character should have been different. I don't know why. I just feel like Bane should have been.
Now you've seen this, right?
I well, parts of it. Parts of it.
Oh, come
So,
on!
who did you have there
Oh.
in? Who plays Venom now? Who plays Venom?
What?
Who plays Venom? The actor who plays Bane.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, exactly. Mark, you got to watch this movie though.
Well,
You got to watch it.
he doesn't. I feel like that he's not a. I feel like it's a very odd. Bane is supposed to be really huge. You know what I'm saying?
He is, but if you see drawings of him, people don't. Real people
What
don't look
about
like that.
when they had Bane in the Batman, the earlier Batman movie? They had Bane and he was huge.
Batman, he was huge, but I think what they did with Bane in this movie worked. I think it was fine.
Like a more realistic Bane.
Yeah, I kind of didn't really have any problems with it, with that part of it. There's things wrong with this movie, but I think overall it's a good movie, and I think they did a good job on it, especially following up The Dark Knight. That was impossible. I mean, that was very difficult. That was like, you might as well stop right now. You ready to roll down a little bit? Maybe we'll see what they say. The final chapter. Yeah, that's a really tiny list. Okay. Hey, look at that! Look who that is.
I love it. I love it.
I tend to think this one here, Batman the movie, is right where it should be. Also, kind of in the middle of the list.
Yep. I love it. I can't say.
I guess it is better than The Dark Knight Rises. I guess
just
it
can't
is.
say anything bad about it. I grew up watching it. I love it.
I do too. It's so fun.
I couldn't.
This movie. It is so fun. This is the movie where you find out that Batman has bat shark repellent.
I love it.
Robin, get me the bat shark repellent. And of course, a shark jumps out of the water and attaches itself to his leg. It's so great. I mean, it
was great.
You gotta watch. If you guys haven't seen this, you need to watch Batman and watch the show. It's just a fun show. It just shows you that Batman isn't. If you like the dark, mysterioso Batman, you got it. If you want to see more of a lighthearted approach with Batman, you got it.
And the
What the villains are doing is pretty dark in this movie. It's pretty.
Batusi. What about the Batusi?
Yeah, I mean, what they do is they dehydrate like all the world leaders. So they like kill them all. That's pretty dark. But it is in a goofy way. I do. I love this movie. It's a fantastic movie. And I think it belongs right there in the middle.
And it has the best, catchiest theme out of all of them. It's the best theme ever. And it's just simple.
That is a great theme. It's fantastic. And we're not going to sing the theme for you. You're going to watch this show.
The best.
You should watch this movie. So this movie it's not what they do sometimes where they take the series and put episodes together and say it's a movie. This actually was a separate movie. Yep. So it was made in between the first and second season. So this actually was made to be a movie, and it was released theatrically. So there you go.
That was beautiful.
All right, you ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
So there we've got some stuff there about it. And again, it's very, very tiny article here. So let's go. Here's some more.
But everybody can go back and read it if they like.
Batman, number 6. Not where it should be for me.
No.
Not at all.
Should be higher.
I'm going to say, for me, this one's number 1.
Absolutely. Beautiful. A perfect movie. Awesome movie, man.
I love the suit. I love the suit. I love the cowl. I like the way the cowl looks. I think the cowl looks
great.
Looks pretty menacing. Looks pretty scary. I've seen some articles about the bat symbol on his chest and how they added a couple of things to it. I think that symbol looks great. It doesn't bother me at all.
Oh, that's the symbol. When I first saw it, I was like, I looked at it when I first saw it. I was like, what? That doesn't look like Batman's symbol. But then I kind of got used to Batman's because then they changed the symbol after the first movie because I guess they were getting a little bit of.
They just put it down to 1 point there on the bottom. But I mean, the freaking Batmobile. The Batmobile in this movie is my favorite Batmobile of all time. My favorite car of all time.
That was awesome.
Some people want like a Lamborghini or something like that. I want this Batmobile.
What are you?
Yeah, I mean, and you got Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Fantastic.
Fantastic movie. Love it. Still love it. Still watch it.
Yeah, I know. I read some articles about how this is campy now. Like, this movie is campy?
It was a beautiful movie.
No, this movie is not campy.
It was a beautiful movie. Look at the architecture in the movie.
Oh yeah, this is fantastic. But yeah, they did mention in this article that it was German Expressionist inspired, and sure it is. It's fantastic. Let's kind of look at what they say here. Maybe it looks comparatively quaint. Quaint? What? It looks quaint by the standards of today's Batman movies. Michael Keaton playing Bruce Wayne is a mildly doofy guy. He was not doofy.
What?
His Bruce Wayne wasn't doofy. He was sitting around waiting to be Batman again. It's like he's just waiting there for crime to happen so he could be Batman again. I don't think he was doofy at all.
Come on. They don't know what they're talking about.
Of course, then you got the Prince songs, which they kind of grew on me quite a bit. I kind of don't. not bothered by it. That's kind of great. I can't imagine that movie without the Prince stuff now. So, all right. So then you have, let's see, messaging. That's Batman is both relatable and thrilled. Jack Nicholson walks away with this movie as a Joker, strutting and sneering, occasionally fraying into something scarier. But Heath Ledger eclipsed him in the role. All right. He is a gentleman madman. So, gentleman madman burned people alive and poisoned them all. All right. Okay, but with less.
I mean,
okay. I mean, this one is not where it should be for me.
Not at all.
But you said this one's your number one?
That's my number one. I think it's the best.
Okay, let's go and see where. So we're at number 6. So let's go and see what number 5, The Batman.
No.
Okay, I can't. I don't want to talk too much.
But
I don't want to talk too much about this one yet. About what I thought about it yet. Other than I'll just say I did.
I did like movie. It's just not.
I don't think it should be here on this list.
You're right.
So I'm not even going to read this stuff. We'll skip over that since I haven't done a show on it yet. Okay, so let's go. Oh, The Dark Knight, number 4. That kind of surprised me when I saw this list. A lot of people put this one as their number 1 nowadays, and this is a fantastic Batman movie. What did you think of this one? Did you see this whole movie?
Not the whole thing, no.
What the
part of it? I remember I was telling you I didn't see all these the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. I just hadn't. I just felt like I didn't have a huge interest in it. I don't know why. I guess I was like thinking, okay, my best Batman movies are Batman and Batman Returns, and I felt like nothing could touch it. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, for me, they really can't either. But I mean, this is a really good movie. I mean, I think it's got a great score. Heath Ledger is really good in the movie. Um, my biggest problem with Heath Ledger, and it isn't Heath Ledger, it's that they just didn't. They just made the Joker use face paint.
Oh yeah.
Like, just make the Joker the Joker. What's with this silliness? But his performance is awesome. He's really, really good.
He made the Joker just really psychotic. That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Oh yeah. I mean, and they said briefly there, he took what Jack Nicholson did and amped it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to run into Jack Nicholson's Joker either.
No, he was Jack Nicholson Joker.
He was fantastic.
Like I said, I was saying to you once before, I felt like Jack Nicholson's Joker was in between Cesar Romero and the comic book Killing Joker.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I felt.
Cesar Romero was a great Joker.
It was great. I love Cesar Romero,
Yeah.
especially his mustache.
That's one thing we didn't say about the Batman 66. The casting is amazing for the villains. If you take that cast and you make, you put them in like the Dark Knight, it's spot on, those guys.
They looked like the comic book the way they did.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I feel like was missing with the newer Batmans is the fact that I guess because I was a kid in those times and I saw all the colorful characters back in those days, and they're just more wholesome to me and more family and more fun and more comedic to me. And I felt like a lot of people think that's very tame. You know what I'm saying? As today's standards, they're like, that's just campy and tame. Oh, yeah. But for us, it was great.
Yeah, it was. Let's move along here on this. Let's go down. The Mask of the Phantasm. Now, this is a fantastic movie, and I would say, it is one of the very best Batman movies ever, but it shouldn't be on the list because it's animated. If we're going to kick off Lego Batman, then we need to kick this off.
Movie.
This is fantastic. If they took this and made this live action, it would be one of the best Batman movies ever.
Well, if they're talking about animated Batmans, what happened to the Batman Returns, the animated Batman Returns? They didn't put that on this list.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, this was if you remember, this one was released when we were down there in Florida.
Yeah.
Did you get to go see it? Because it was like a last movie. I was reading. No, I mean in the theater. It was like a last minute release.
I didn't see it in the theater. I didn't
either.
Video.
That would have been awesome to see it in theaters. It's a fantastic movie. It shouldn't be on the list. So
you're right.
And I'm one of those that should be with an animated movie list. And this, for animated Batman movies that I've seen, this would be like number one. It's so good. Okay, let's move along here. Batman Returns number 2.
Love it. I love that movie.
All right. So, I've been debating with myself ever since I've seen it. I didn't appreciate Batman Returns the first time I saw it. A little bit jolting a little bit, but I went to see it 3 times in the theater still.
It's great. A great movie.
The second time I liked it more, and the third time I think I liked it more. And then recently I went to see it in the drive-in, and this, to me, Batman Returns is the best looking Batman movie ever. I mean, the set design is outstanding. The costumes are stunning. The camera work, everything about this movie is just, the look of this movie is amazing. The score, everything fits together. It's almost perfection to me.
I mean, to cast Danny DeVito as the Penguin was the best thing they ever did.
Oh, yeah. And
because
I know they changed up his penguin a little bit. They gave him flippers. I don't care. He was cool with what they were doing.
He was a hybrid.
he was yeah. So
He was good.
I don't know. I think this is where it should be on the list, right around here, right towards the top for me. What about you?
Yeah, I think this is where it should be on the list. It was a good movie. It was a great movie. I loved it. I loved the movie too. And
Oh
the
yeah,
Penguin, and definitely the
yeah,
Penguin, whole new spin on the Penguin.
yeah.
Whole
I
new
still
spin.
just haven't decided if it's better than Batman with Nicholson. I don't know. I still kind of toss that all up. Let's see. What is number one? There's only one left.
All right.
Wow, Batman Begins. That surprised me that this is number one.
I just don't see it at as being number one.
Now, for me, in the Nolan trilogy, and I'm going to assume you haven't seen this one either.
Parts of it, and that was it. I didn't really.
This is the best of the Nolan movies for me, because now the Dark Knight is really good, but this was the one that had way more to prove than the Dark Knight. This is the next Batman movie following Batman and Robin, where we were all like, you guys really dropped the ball on this.
Yeah.
You can tell in the grosses. So this one had way more to prove. You know, you have all of that baggage to get rid of, which Batman 89 got rid of all of that baggage. So this one had to do the same. I think it's a really good Batman origin movie because none of the 90s Batman movies didn't do really a Batman origin. I mean, the 89 movie wasn't a Batman origin movie. He'd been Batman for a year maybe in that one. Well, this one was straight up, here's how he became Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I think Christian Bale's voice is the best in this movie because he changes his voice, but not like the other movies. And from what I read, his voice was changed in post in The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, which didn't make any sense to me. It sounds so bizarre in that movie. Because if you watch Batman Begins and then you watch The Dark Knight, you're just going to sit there, back to back. Like back to back. Watch him back to back. And you go, why is his voice so different like that? That doesn't make any sense. His voice is perfect in this movie. I like the look of this movie. I like the suit. I like how they went with the whole original logo here, his original all dark suit. I mean, his suit's still all black. I just like a lot of stuff they did in that.
How come they don't make a Batman with a gray outfit and blue suit?
Well, they did. They did, but you and I both kicked those movies off the list. See, that's the thing. I mean, Ben Affleck's Batman had that. It has the gray suit and it has the black bat on the front.
He was good. He was good as Batman.
I thought he was a good Batman, but he did not stick around for a solo Batman movie, which is what he was going to do. But it was getting too much. So
he was a more, I think, an older Batman.
Oh yeah, he was pretty angry. He was a pretty angry Batman.
He was an old man Batman.
He wasn't an old man. Oh man. So here you go. You got. I was surprised they put that there. I really thought that Dark Knight was going to be number one when I first looked at this. But that's really interesting to me because, like I said, I'm in the minority. I think this one's better than the Dark Knight. And you've not seen any of them.
Parts. That's bits and pieces. That's about it.
Well, that doesn't count.
But what do you think is the future of Batman?
Well, the Batman with Robert Pattinson that just came out did really, really well box office wise. I can't see them not making another one with him.
But do you think
which would be
Batman
fun.
Beyond maybe?
I think that would be great. Now, the other thing, and you and I kind of talked about this on our very first half hour of Power live stream, was Michael Keaton is going to appear as Batman in the Flash movie.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Now, there was an article recently that I saw just like 2 days ago where they were actually going to have Adam West in it also. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see that one, no.
He was which he's going to, it's a rumor. That's a rumor, but it would be, from what the article says, it would be like the Flash is running, and he's running, and he can see time streams and whatnot, and he sees Adam West Batman in action. Maybe he runs, and then, of course, I think we talked about this on the live stream. Wonder Woman, you could see Linda Carter.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
and I think, Christopher Reeve. We talked about that, right?
Yep.
Christopher Reeve, we talked about that. So those two guys will appear in that. That's a rumor. Like we said before, that was a rumor.
That would be amazing.
So, I mean, that would be cool. I really think that's really cool and really nice to do. It's, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Is that fan service?
To me, I think that's I think that by doing that, you're giving to the fans. You're definitely giving to the fans.
Yeah, I think
really
that
want to
shows.
see it.
It shows some respect, and it shows that, like, there's room for all these Batmans. There's room for the campy Batman. There's room for him.
Did you know that there was a show that came out after Batman in the 70s?
Yes.
And it was all. Did you remember that show?
I have not seen that show. I've seen stills from it, but you know what we ought to do? Because I think
is a YouTube video.
I think you can see episodes, right?
There is, yeah, you can see it.
This is what we need to do. We
Yeah.
need to watch that show and talk about it. That's what we need to do. What do you think?
Yep.
You want
Yes.
to do that?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
I think that brings us to our end here. We are going back to comic book movies when some people are like, where's the horror? It's coming. I am drinking coffee out of my Jason mug again, so horror is coming back. We'll do another Mountain Dew. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We'll do another horror thing here.
This is a major melon over here.
All right. Well, so it looks like we're doing these. We've been able to do these every Monday starting around 10 o'clock.
We will.
So
We'll be doing them every Monday.
we'll keep this on up. And thanks for watching this long. And let us know what your favorite Batman movies are. Where should they be on the list? Are you not bothered by the animated stuff being in there? Are you not bothered by Batman v Superman and Justice League being in there? Let us know. And we'll see you next time.